Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I just wanted to take a couple of minutes and really discuss how when you're experiencing a significant change in your life, a transition or a transformation, however you want to look at it, or whatever energies you're dealing with in that regard, how it really can bring up your inner child. And something that I am very much experiencing is, since I've become a mother, I'm finding myself more and more connected to my inner child, and what began as mothering another human being has slowly become also about mothering myself in my journey. And it's been also a whole other opportunity for me to learn to love myself and to grow within this role as a mother, to be a nurturer, not only to my daughter, to myself, but other members of my community, my niece, my nephews, etc. And before we proceed, I wanted to let you know that I've recently opened up an Etsy shop, and I'm now providing personal readings. And the first personal reading that I've added to my shop is if you're looking for any guidance or knowledge about a personal transformation that you are currently going through, I'm offering that. I have a couple of things that I'm currently working on, and I will be slowly adding them to the Etsy shop. So feel free to take a look in the description box if that resonates with you, if that sounds interesting to you, and if you do feel that you really need guidance on your transformation. You become an adult and you enter the flawed society that I think a lot of us experience, is you really do lose that sense of wonder and magic that you once had when you were a child, before you entered adulthood and started growing and learning the way the world is and how it works and operates. And something that I realized, since becoming a mother, is I remember what it's like to look at the world through the eyes of a child. And I'm really starting to find that magic in life again, in the mundane, in the everyday. And every time I see my daughter and how her eyes light up whenever she sees something new or she's experiencing something new, I remember how incredible that is. And I appreciate, or I'm appreciative to experience this, and I understand how blessed I am, how incredibly blessed to be able to have these experiences and to see the joy in another person's eyes and life. And it's not just in my daughter, any children in my life. It really does bring you back to when you were a child and how wonderful certain experiences could be. Because although I wouldn't consider my childhood easy, there were some good times, And I do feel like this is almost an opportunity to experience a childhood that you never had. You are now able to be the parent that you never had. It really is an opportunity to do a do-over, almost, in a way. I now feel so much safer to explore interests that I was never really comfortable exploring. I never felt like I could. I wasn't safe to in my childhood home. And I find that I'm interested in a lot of those things again. I've incorporated so many different aspects in regards to that in my life again, with the art, music, even the tarot. I know in some of my videos I mentioned how I was afraid to touch tarot for the longest time because of the religious upbringing that I had. So I just think that it's interesting how your inner child can appear that way. Motherhood came with a significant transformation in my life. It comes with a significant transformation in everybody's life. And for me, it was very big. It had me questioning who I was, what my value was, what my worth was, what I brought to the table. It had me questioning what I believed, my morals. It just seemed like a lot of the things that I cared about before I had a child, they just didn't seem, they almost seemed like they didn't matter anymore to a certain extent. Like a lot of the things that were very significant to who I was. I went through a phase in my life for very many years where I was obsessed with true crime, and now I really struggle to sit through true crime, especially if it has to do with children. So that was a huge thing. Also with makeup too. I think I've mentioned this in a few videos. I was very big into makeup. I had a huge collection that no longer really serves me. So it's just interesting how these transformations can really know how to just flip you onto your head and really make you question who you are and your identity and where you're going from here as well. Some things that I do think are important or something to consider if you are going through a significant change in your life, a transformation, is, as I mentioned, stripping things down to the essentials, the bare minimum. Maybe keeping certain regular practices that you do feel that you enjoy and you receive a lot of gratitude from. Journaling is a great one. You can just put down all your thoughts and then come back to it later and reflect on them, reflect on the journey, where you're going, where you think you're going even. But back to the experience of being an inner child is really just allowing yourself to have those moments where you can just express pure joy and just be in the moment. A lot of us just get so caught up in our day-to-day lives, in the everyday, in the mundane, our work lives. I feel like so many of us just have these never-ending or seemingly never-ending to-do lists, and it's so easy for us to just get so caught up in the moment and in our own minds where we just kind of forget that there is a world outside of us and our lives. And that's why I think it's so important to get out in nature and to just focus on something else besides yourself, and to understand that there is beauty outside and outside of you, and to really just reconnect with the magic that life has to offer, the beauty that life, although sometimes life is both a blessing and a bane. If I've learned anything working with Hecate, it's that there is definitely a darker side to everything, but there is still such beauty and magic in every single day. And I think if I'm going to encourage you to do anything today, it's to really try and find magic today. Try and find a beautiful moment and to really reflect on it. Let yourself feel the pure joy. Let yourself feel that childhood happiness. Oh, another thing that popped up too is pay attention to the animal life and the signs and the synchronicities also. A lot of them can give you guidance on how to proceed with your transformations. Really keeping a log or a journal of every synchronicity that you encounter in your life, that can be so helpful during times of significant change. Really trying to keep the King of Cups, like that balance between emotion and logic too, can really help. Trying to just stay calm. And like I said, if you find that you are really struggling, feel free to check out my Etsy shop, feel free to purchase a session with me and I can definitely shed some light on your situation. I think I'm gonna end today's video with just a collective reading. Okay, so I am gonna do a collective reading using the Botanical Oracle. It's on Etsy. It's an indie deck if you're interested. It's just called the Botanical Oracle, and it's by the Strange Women. The Strange Women or Four Strange Women, I can't remember. But yeah, just a collective reading. What does your inner child want you to know? So you're feeling really defeated right now. You feel like something that you want is slightly out of reach, and you feel like no matter what you do, like I said, it's slightly out of reach. You just can't seem to grasp it. You have a new opportunity coming. This oftentimes, it's talking about spring and very much being new at something. It's bringing new opportunities for growth, self-development, and expansion. There's going to be an opportunity. I pulled the ocean card, so I don't know if you're going to be traveling to the ocean. You have some sort of ocean experience coming up. I think travel keeps popping up. I think there's some of you are going to travel. You're going to have an opportunity to travel somewhere. Oceans also represent going like digging under the surface, going deep as well, like things from shadow coming to the consciousness, basically. Hello, Mercury retrograde. You're an incredibly balanced individual. You are excellent at creating. There is a huge message about creating things. You could be a creative individual, and a very significant aspect of you is, it's just creation. It feels like creation. I'm just gonna pull a few more cards to see if anything else. Yeah. So cauldrons in witchcraft represent the womb. So it's talking very much about, because wombs are containers, they create things. So this is definitely affirming that you are an extremely creative person. You love to create. You might have a lot of children. You're very much a nurturer. I definitely feel like there is a significant opportunity even maybe to create something. And I think that it's an excellent opportunity for you. I feel like you have to open yourself up to this opportunity. You need to be open to it. I know we were just talking about really having, seeing the magic in life again, and really, I feel like it's also kind of speaking to that, like really opening yourself up to that. I just want to know if there's anything else. Just gonna pull from the Flow Tarot here. Page of Snow, emerge. So you could be an air sign, but this really talks about exploring new ideas and really being open, exploring new beliefs too. This could be really opening yourself up to those really crazy ideas that you have. It's really exploring them as well and being open to them, having open conversations too, and really allowing yourself to step outside of the box mentally, right? There is a huge, I feel like maybe this could be like an interesting idea. Maybe you don't believe in it, or there is something like that going on. You have an idea for sure, maybe you don't feel like it's the right time, but I'm getting that it is the right time. Your inner child wants you to go for this idea. She wants you to believe in it. Or he. But anyways, I think I'm going to conclude the video here. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.